I'm on the Carnivore Diet for the last 5 years. Since last year, I'm also on the Hormone Replacement Therapy centering around testosterone. Let's talk about all the benefits of it in today's video. Welcome back to my channel. I am Sylvia and I'm a Carnivore Diet coach. First things first, let's talk about how it all got started. I've heard about the term perimenopause, but I didn't really have a good understanding of it about 2 years ago. However, there were symptoms that I was in it myself, I just didn't know about it. And my particular set of symptoms started with persistent, terrible itching of my ankles, then spread to the rest of the legs up to my knees, and then affected even my elbows and the forearms. The itching was terrible. I could not stop from scratching until I bled. I had to put some rubbing alcohol so that I could go to sleep. That's how bad the itch was. And then at some point it started even going behind my ears. Really, it was a torture. And then to make the matters worse, 7 months into the itching, and the itching was so bad that I had to put a concealer on my legs not to show all the scabbing that was going on my legs. I came back home, and one weekend I just sat in my bedroom and stared at the wall, and there was absolutely nothing happening in my brain. Nothing. It's not that I was depressed or had anxious thoughts. There was this just persistent emptiness, lack of motivation, lack of thoughts. Nothing. Just empty. At first, I thought this was just a stress response to me being overworked. So if I were to give myself more time, allow my body to relax and recoup, I would come back to my usual high energy, task-oriented self. And that just didn't happen. The empty-mindedness persisted, the lack of motivation and just like zero emotions except for apathy and rage continued. And I was not able to recognize myself. I hated this. And probably the breaking point was when I started feeling this apathy even towards my boys. Like I lost the interest in interacting with my own children. And that was when I decided to seek advice. My first step was a regular OBGYN. I told her about my symptoms, that I want my hormones to be tested. And I actually asked for the testosterone testing, which she said she wasn't going to do because that's not what we do. She did test my estrogen, TSH, and T4, and that was it. And she said that I'm not in menopause, but she can give me antidepressants. And I said, thanks, but no thanks. And then I found this wonderful Biote Practitioner. I will link her information in the description box, who understood exactly what I was going through. She ordered full metabolic panel for me, hormonal panel, including the anti-Mullerian hormone and minerals and vitamins. And guess what? I was indeed very, very low in testosterone and low in progesterone, and my estradiol was quite normal, which I learned later. It is exactly how it happens when you are approaching menopause. You start losing your testosterone and progesterone first. Now, not everybody has as strong of symptoms as I had. I don't know why that is, but it hit me very, very hard, and I was motivated to do something about it because life around me, for those I care about, would not be pleasant if I didn't do something about it. My hormone replacement therapy was 100 milligrams of progesterone, micronized, placed under my tongue until it fully dissolves. And I do it from the middle of my cycle until my period. And then about 90 units, I don't remember exactly the units of testosterone, and the amount of it is based on whether you're a woman, the question you have to answer, and your blood work. And then that amount gets injected into a pellet, and that pellet then gets placed in your fat tissue, usually in your bum, and then slowly over time it gets released into your body, and it is bioidentical. And let me tell you this was a life-changing experience for me. So within the first 3 days of receiving hormone replacement therapies, things started turning around. My itching stopped. The itch went away completely, and within the week my skin healed and the itch never came back. Next, the apathy went away. I started feeling motivated. In fact, on the 5th day, I just sprang out of bed, never looked back, full of energy, put some music on first thing in the morning. We're talking about 6 a.m. while I was making my lunch for work and making breakfast for my kids. I was singing and dancing, and I just wanted to meet all the challenges of life. Most importantly, my brain came back online. I started thinking again. I started wanting to do things. I was waking up with positive thoughts. I was thinking at work very productively. I was very efficient. I had creative solutions. And I just wanted to meet challenges of life, work, career, and then just be successful at it and enjoy the challenges. And related to my brain function, my speech improved. I was speaking with a lot more ease and more eloquently, and I used to forget full sentences. In fact, I would go somewhere and didn't know what I wanted to say because I forgot. That went away very quickly as well. And let me mention focus, because this improved as well with testosterone. I can focus for a couple of hours and be super productive without getting tired. Before testosterone, I would focus tops 20 minutes and I was mentally exhausted where I had to exert this much focus. No more. I'm enjoying to be focused for 2 hours. Also, my energy levels improved by a lot. I used to be exhausted at the end of the week and I was medicating myself with extra coffee, which, by the way, if you know me, you know I don't do well with coffee, but I had no choice. And then on the weekend, I would have to make up with lots of napping. And since testosterone, I no longer nap on the weekends and I cut down my coffee consumption by 75%. All right, this is my story with hormone replacement therapy. I am particularly thankful to testosterone. Can you believe this? Testosterone gave me my life back. I don't really know why it hit me so hard and so early. My mom went into menopause really late in life. She was over 55. But maybe there's something in my environment, in my life path that triggered it. I would imagine that stress would be the first culprit. My professional life is quite stressful, so maybe that is it. I can't really blame my diet because it's as clean and as healthy as it can get. I fixed with the carnivore diet all of my other health issues, and other than the perimenopausal symptoms, I'm in a perfect health. So who knows? But whatever the causes may be, I found a meaningful, natural, bioidentical solution, and based on how I feel, it was one of the best things I've done for my life. Well, I hope this video is helpful for all you ladies over the age of 40 on the perfect carnivore diet and you're still suffering from perimenopause. Well, you're not the only one, and there are some other solutions you can deploy to help yourself. And for you gentlemen, if you are of the age of 45, it's a good idea to have the hormones tested in the same way. And if you are falling short on testosterone, don't internalize it. Go get help. Go get that pellet. You will see a difference in how you think, how you feel within days. If you haven't yet, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.